I can't imagine even consequences if the fire or missile attack is going to this facility. It will be 10 times more than Chernobyl. If missile attack or some, I don't know, more active military activities is going inside an exclusion zone, these all transuranium elements and hotspot, it will spread all over. And it also depends, of course, of weather. It can go up with big amount of windy and just spread all over. It can also go to Belarus. It can also turn to Russia. It can also go to Scandinavia.
لعل قصف محطة زاباروجيا النووية شكل أكثر أخبار الحرب النووية الروسية إثارة للقلق على المستوى الأوكراني وعلى المستوى العالمي، فقد اقتصرت الأضرار هذه المرة على حريق كان بإمكان الأوكران السيطرة عليه. لكن ماذا لو تم استهداف المحطة مرة أخرى؟ ماذا لو كان الاستهداف الثاني قاتل؟ إن الوضع بحسب مسؤولة إدارة التعاون الدولي والعلاقات العامة في الوكالة الحكومية لإدارة منطقة الاستبعاد في أوكرانيا كاتارينا بافلوفا خطير جدا بل وكارثي. فهل يدرك الروس نتائج قصفهم للمفاعلات النووية؟
During the fire and exclusion zone, it was really big tragic situation, but we are so we were big strong team that we did not lose any person. This was the most important, because big area without special infrastructure for cars and for equipment to fight against fire. So our main message was save the lives, because it's very dangerous to work with fire in such areas. It's also very dangerous in the way of control of radioactive radiation increase in these territories, and it's also very important to control that people following the rules against radiation impact. I think right now is disaster situation, and I can't imagine if I were like now a head of agency and what I'm doing in this position, because it is not we never expect to have nuclear terrorism inside an exclusion zone. It's terrible. And in this field, in nuclear field, in radiation field, it's very important to understand that every step in this area, in this kind of danger sphere, can be with big consequences in future. So what is going right now, it's something like not just a nuclear terrorism. It is something what it's changed peaceful use of atom. When we say that atom for peace, yes, nuclear power station for electricity, for our use for people, when it's in hand of terrorists, then it's no more peaceful use. Then it can be different danger direction of use, and especially exclusion zone.
How many power plants are there in Ukraine, and which one of them are active?
And I won't mention that there we have serious nuclear and radiation facilities. We have nuclear power plant, Tchernobyl nuclear power plant, where is located four nuclear power plants type of reactor RBMK, and we have also facilities for storages for radioactive waste, and we also have storage for spent nuclear fuel. So, and some other amount of very specific strategic danger facilities. So all this kind of dangers can be used in different direction, which can catch not just Ukraine and even not just Europe, believe me, because Ukraine take a third place in the Europe and in our continent for amount of radioactive waste. Can you imagine how big amount we have of radioactive waste? It is big amount, and it will, in different kind of decision, strong mistakes, it can be disaster for all the world.
What's the risk of a missile attack on an active and on a non-active power plant?
It's all the time danger in any way, war activity in the area where there is nuclear power plants, or they active or not. I can explain why. First of all, I want one more time mention that our nuclear power plants, they were built in peaceful use. So this design of nuclear power plant was not designed against war activity. So we can say that this VVR reactor in active, in operation nuclear power plants, they can resist, for example, some not so big airplane until 10 tons, I think, the following of this airplane. But if we speak about muscles, we have, yes, it is different kind of muscle, and it also depends where it can fall and which active or not active zone it catch. But anyway, in any direction and every scenario, the war activity and war attack against nuclear power plant, it is disaster, and it's very, very danger, because it can be explosion in any kind of also way. For example, it can be big fire, especially in Zaabarogia station, for example. If this fire is going to the facility of spent nuclear fuel is very, very radioactive. And I can't imagine even consequences if the fire or missile attack is going to this facility. It will be 10 times more than Chernobyl disaster. But in exclusion zone, the territory of exclusion zone, it's already contaminated with transuranium elements. And especially any attack of muscle or any activity, we can see that in start of war in Ukraine, when Russian catch and Russian entered to the exclusion zone, they will move around by heavy military equipment, and the increase and level of radiation was in some area were 15 times more than normal. Can you imagine what it can be if missile attack or some, I don't know, more active military activities is going inside an exclusion zone? These all transuranium elements and hotspot, it will spread all over. And it also depends, of course, of weather. It can go up with big amount of windy and just spread all over. It can also go to Belarus. It can also turn to Russia. It can also go to Scandinavia. We don't know exactly, but it is very, very dangerous. And I want one more time mention, any war activity, it cannot make straight scenario of what it can be. We can expect, but we cannot be sure. And anyway, we know that it's very, very dangerous, not just for Ukraine, because radiation have no border. Radiation have no border. We know it from Fukushima and from Chernobyl accident.